Welcome to the Cool FM Live Sports Show. I'm your host, Coach Baker. To my left, I got Jon over here, Jon Berger. I got Coach Jared, Coach Kevin right to my right. Got a great show planned for you guys. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You feeling
Good. Thanks.
Feeling good?
It's a good day. Good day.
Yes, sir.
Let's go college basketball. March Madness.
Man, we got a lot
happening today.
We got a lot. So, as always, we'll get right into our Seniors Helping Seniors top plays of the week. Got some Cochise College in here. Got some baseball.
Steal.
You know he's going to do with that.
Boom!
Tell me that guy's a point guard. I mean, he's the best point guard in the division, by the way.
Hey, this is big right here. This is actually the first run scored in ALA baseball history.
Nice stuff. Oh, wow. What a good camera angle.
Oh, this is beautiful footage.
Woo!
Still.
You get all safe at home.
Got underneath it.
Some more Cochise basketball. Like that coast-to-coast action.
Nice take to the rim.
Oh, wow.
Look at the play here at third. Got safe, actually.
No. Just in the lane, man.
I love
Clean.
Wow. Huge.
Hanger. See, 9 runs. That brings in run number 10 for the day. St. David bringing the bats out. Look at.
Oh, we got a little rundown going on. Uh-oh. Showdown. Uh-oh.
This is the most ridiculous rundown. He scores.
Safe.
Wow. I
He
like
got
it.
that signal.
Now, this is
Ain't
good.
been an invention.
Now, this is a good one of those great baseball plays where the catch is made, but she tags up at third and still gets home.
That's smart ball
Safe.
right there.
Jeez.
Oh, but then the arrow. But they held her on there second. Okay.
No place like that.
Nice reverse layup.
Man.
I just want to say the video looks amazing this week.
Hey.
Shout out to the cameraman that was doing good work this week.
Thank you.
Good job, Jon.
Great
Good
video.
job, Jon.
I'm on several of those games.
On all those games, I think I was the cameraman.
Hey, good
The,
work.
the thing about that softball one was I keep forgetting it's not like basketball where you're trying to watch everybody. You follow the ball all the time. So I
Yeah.
lost track of the ball. I'm like, I don't know, 3 of them. I'm like, oh, God.
Well, that one was a good play that you caught. The one where she tagged up at third, got home, and then the play's still going on because then the runner at first is going to second
Yeah.
while that throw is being made to home. So it's a lot going on there. You caught all of it.
Oh, my God, my brain. I was just trying to keep up, but that was a lot of fun.
Good job, man.
Highly
job.
recommend going out to Benson for a softball game or a baseball game. They are very, very kind people.
Absolutely.
Great folks.
And as always, our top plays of the week are brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Seniors Helping Seniors. If you're searching for a like-minded friend to help tackle chores and tasks, or even a companion to join you in hobbies and activities, call Seniors Helping Seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves and show up ready to exceed expectations on a schedule that meets your needs. Or you can make a difference by joining the Seniors Helping Seniors family. Check them out at Southern Arizona SHS.com or call 520-487-4246. That's Seniors Helping Seniors.
We love them. Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. Next, we had some other games, other game recaps. There was other games going on in Cochise County. Let's check them out.
Recap brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Starting with
This is ALA.
ALA, Our
ALA
Lady of
baseball.
Sorrows.
This is I believe the first baseball game for ALA. Their
Saw this one
program.
earlier. Yep. Third baseman couldn't get a hold of it.
First run of the ALA baseball program.
Such a fun game to watch. And the weather, I gotta tell you, it rained on us. It was freezing cold. The
are
wind
you
was
serious?
All over. Oh, dude, it was crazy.
You can't tell by the footage here.
It was.
Looks like a beautiful day. I mean, I see some clouds, but
I want to say it was. I want to say it was a 3rd or 4th inning when it got real nasty.
Nice.
Nice grab out there in the outfield. Nice job.
Nice swing. Gets it into the outfield and the right field, and then tries to bring it in.
Going for 2. Got it.
Field's coming along.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Grass looks good.
Now, so Jared, notice behind the distance from the backstop to home plate.
That's big.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's
a
like
lot. It's a lot.
There's a lot of space back there.
Here's that
Here's the rundown. Here's the rundown.
oh, this is so much fun. I couldn't believe he did it. He
He
got
baited
it.
him for the throw. You see, he
did.
slowed down right
Wow.
before he slowed down and baited him for the throw. Once you
jumped
throw it, I know
up.
I can beat it.
He got that Barry move. He kind of had
Yes,
that hesitation.
Great
So-
job for the Guardians there.
ALA baseball, young program just getting started. So it's going to be interesting for them, especially in, I think, baseball more and softball more than anything, because going into 2A, that's where it's going to be really, really competitive
Oh, my
with the
gosh.
Tombstones and Benson and Bisbee and
Yeah.
Wilcox. These teams can really play. So it's good to see ALA, kind of getting their legs up under them in that sense.
Absolutely. There's probably more baseball talent in Cochise County than any other sport.
Oh, absolutely.
Two
Hot
way,
day
sure.
for the
It's not
Diamond.
even close, but yes. And then we also had some more softball this week. This is St. David at Benson. Now, this really is a beautiful day.
That throw just a little bit high to the catcher, and St. David gets a run in on that high throw.
Here's a steal opportunity here.
Pitcher
in a
almost
second.
got clocked.
The Benson.
Wow.
pitcher-
Oh, it was a
Came
good
out.
throw by the catcher,
Yeah.
but second baseman couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, great
Nice play.
field by third
Yeah,
base.
that was nice.
Get out of a jam right
Caught
there.
that ball right before it went up the gap.
Ooh,
But that one snuck out of the
that's a
infield.
two
Got a runner
run.
going home. There it is.
That's a 2-run RBI right there. Ooh,
Runner going for third. Everybody's advanced.
man.
St. David was so good. They were just animals on this.
Step up.
And they
Easy at
feel
third. Yep.
they feel pretty good too.
They are filling up them gaps, man. It's hard to get the ball out of the infield. Backed up.
Oh,
Taking
so
off.
score
Yep.
again. Maybe.
Sometimes you got to hold on to the ball and not throw it.
These are the stats on the game we had here. So Emma Hart
Oh,
had
that's off.
3
Oh,
runs.
She's
Bad
going
throw.
2. That's
Yeah.
going to bring in
Evelyn
another run.
Yaquez had 2 runs. I mean, just runs up and down that.
Jasmine Wise went crazy. 3 of the
Pop
4.
up.
Boy,
And that
Drop.
drop. That's going to be
Another run coming in.
2-run RBI single.
Wow.
Still in third.
Safe. Oh, yeah.
now one name I don't see on
Oh,
this
yeah.
team,
She's
on this
going to score.
on this Benson team is
And then that's another runner advancing to third. Man, St. David
oh, there
is
she is,
really
Taylor.
skilled. They make you pay for your mistakes.
And another run gets in. That's safe. Oh, and then she's going to get third. I love the aggressiveness of St. David with the base runner.
Yeah, very aggressive. And they make you pay for mistakes.
There you go. Get off the field.
Yeah.
Woo! Big
That's
shot.
probably going to drop.
Yep.
Oh.
Right in the middle, right around center.
She's hustling. Look at
Yeah,
that.
she was moving. And then another one comes. So that's at 10-0 now, 11-0.
Yeah, that was a 2-run. And this is going to be that sacrifice fly that's going
And
to
then
score
tag up
one.
and go.
And then she's going to get to second.
And then she's going to second. Overthrow.
As you can see the score here, St. David
Just
putting on
piling
a
on.
clinic.
Yeah, in the 5th inning, they've got 2 outs right there and still piling on the runs.
See if Benson gets on the board here. Oh,
Nope.
some great defense as well by St. David.
Wow.
Yeah. So I highly recommend going out to Benson. You can see all the people in the stands. There's 2 great sets of stands. People sitting all the way around the. It's just like Little League. It's like that Little League feel where you've got the people sitting right on the edge of the outfield. A lot of fun. Everybody's family. All the kids are out there playing baseball themselves.
Hey, that was, it's America's pastime.
right.
At least it was at one point. You go out
I
and
think it
then-
still is. You just got to go find it.
Yeah,
You gotta go find
absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Who do we got?
Now back to the basketball court. We had some big basketball being played. Cochise
Oh,
College
yes.
playing in a not regional title, district championship for a chance to play in the national tournament.
Look how they go off in this first period. They're just hitting threes over and over. Just Nothing but net.
Beginning of the game, the Apaches couldn't miss.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, it didn't look like it was going to be very close.
Here's the steal. He's going uptown.
I think the whole team jumped on that.
That's a nice fadeaway. One leg for Dirk Nowitzki style right there.
Okay, you got to tell me which of these guards is their number one guard. Was it number 12?
It's two.
That's
Jace.
two. That's
Jace Johnson.
Number 2.
No. For Southern Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Carrillo was talking about how
He's the top point guard in
in the country.
Yeah.
JUCO.
I'm trying to figure out.
Driving into the lane.
I'm guessing it's number 2.
On the break. So in the beginning of the game, in the first half, the score remained kind of low, but there was an explosion of points that happened in the second half of this game. And you can see that the numbers are going to continue getting higher. We're already in the 50s. Cochise still kind of holding on to a lead here early in the second.
It's getting tight, though.
But it's getting tight, yep. Now the lead's down to 6, 7. 6, 7, look what I just did.
And it looks like, you would think they're still in control. 5-point lead. It's getting tight, but this is obviously a big-time shot right there. Up 4, still scoring.
But that lead getting close.
So number 1 is their star guard on that
And it's
team.
right here where it really gets dicey. As you can see, Cochise up tied here.
So they're in overtime at this point.
And they just
And then next thing you know, they're down
So
8.
is up 8. And Cochise is now fighting, trying to stay in the game. No foul call there. Hey, that's you see
Eugene.
that guy? That's Eugene Edgerson. That's a Wildcat alumni on the court. I
Was
remember.
he reffing?
Yeah, he was reffing. This was his
Nice.
final college game of the season that he's going to be reffing. I follow him on social media. I'm not a personal friend, but I follow him on social media, and I remember watching him play at U of A when I was a high school player. I remember watching him play.
Yeah.
So let's go over some of the stats for this game. Jace Johnson goes for 23 points, and he has 3 steals, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Great game by him. But the story of the game is something that wasn't visibly, it wasn't super visible from our vantage point. But Teron Murray scores 28 points, leads Cochise College in points, fouls out in the last minute of that game, and so it was
Last minute of regulation or overtime?
A regular, yeah.
So
So that
they had to play overtime without him.
overtime. Actually, they played like the last 5 minutes without him, so they closed that gap as soon as Murray was out of the game, and it was brutal. It was just it went from them having 3 options down to having 2 options, and they could just swarm anytime that they wanted. So, and we know that Cochise has a lot of guards on that team. But when it came down and in that final part, they just weren't hitting a lot of shots.
That almost happened to U of A last night when Cole Pete fouled out, right?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. And when you're playing a good team, which Coach Carrillo was talking about how good that Idaho team is. And
Really good.
I think they only lost 2 games all season, so you can't mess around with teams like that. You got to have all your horses. They need to be healthy. They need to be in the game and not in foul trouble. So
Teron went 5 for 8 from the 3-point shooting, 28 points, and then
you
fouls out.
got to think of what could have been if they had him in the overtime.
If you go back and watch the replay of that game, though, you see the difference maker is that Idaho started subbing in and using their size in the second half, and it started generating a lot of points. And as we've said many times this year, the Apaches aren't the biggest team height-wise. No. And if you got some guys inside that can score, it does create some defensive challenges that was hard for them to keep up with.
Southern Idaho had 3 players over 20 points, and Jalen Lynn with 31 points. So hats off to those guys. None of them fouled out. They were right on the edge of it a couple times. Oh, actually, one of them, Ben Thorburn, number 13, did foul out at one point, but didn't make a difference. So Cochise, hats off. Great job.
Absolutely. Not just that game, but for the wonderful season that they had. I know we'll get into that a little bit more later, but, it's not always fun to lose that last game like Cochise did there, but it also gives you an opportunity to celebrate and look back at the season that they had, and it really was a good one.
So in the regional, it's a regional championship. Cochise College falls 102 to 96 in overtime.
All right, this game's recaps are brought to you by Fyzical Balance Center. Fyzical Balance Center is much more than your typical physical therapy clinic. At Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, they focus on improving your quality of life by using a holistic, whole-body approach to connect your diagnosis with a customized plan of care. Opened by Dr. Tap DeWong of Tap Into Wellness. Love your life with Dr. Tap at Physical Balance Center in Sierra Vista. Thank you.
All right. Next, we had some other games that were going on throughout the county. I'll just give some updates. I know Buena had some baseball and softball action amongst other teams. Benson, I'll speak on first. I know Bisbee baseball was busy. They had a pretty successful week. They started the week last week with a loss at Wilcox, 2-1, so 1-run loss. But they finished the week with wins at Valley Union, St. David, and San Simone. Big wins over Valley Union 16-2. They beat St. David 8-6 and San Simone 10-0. So big wins from Bisbee baseball. Jumping over to Wilcox baseball, they also had a win over St. David 5-1. They beat Tombstone 9-5 and Ray 11-3. So great week for Wilcox baseball as well. Also, Douglas had 2 wins last week. They beat Sabino 11-0. And Thatcher 13-1. So not just wins, but big wins by some of our Cochise County teams on the baseball diamond.
I want to say something about Buena's week so far. So last week they they beat Sunnyside 11-1, and Catalina Foothills they lost to 12-3 just recently. So, and before that they beat Casa Grande 13-5. They beat Marana 10-4. I mean, Buena baseball picking up where they left off last year.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, who else we got?
I guess we'll get into our Vista Pros Heating and Cooling Player of the Week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Gotta get that jingle in there, Cody.
You gotta get them lasers in there, them horns.
Something.
And that's a real simple segue. John, you were just talking about Buena baseball.
So Buena baseball, we just heard back from Coach Tommy, and he was giving us a heads up on some of those stats. Cole Isaacson, for his performance against Sunnyside on Monday, March 9th, pitched 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, gave up 1 earned run, and also had a base hit with an RBI. He was the game was shortened to the game was shortened because they put up 10 runs in favor of Buena. So, you know, Cole Isaacson had a great game, and Buena's had a great season. So
shout out
6
to Cole.
strikeouts. He faced 22 batters.
Yeah, it's just
that's a great job by Cole. You definitely earned this award, man. 6 strikeouts and then only 1 run.
1.4 ERA.
dude.
Say pretty
Good
good.
solid starts for him so far, and they're 7-3 overall.
Big time win, 11-1, I believe the score was. So
We'll give them some. We'll give the viewers some exciting news about where they're going to be playing this week as we prepare for the next week of sports. And those guys are going to be playing down at Warren Ballpark, the world famous Warren Ballpark.
Yeah, so it's a big tournament. So Buena's going to be playing Douglas in the first game at 10:30 on the 17th. So you have to go out there and check it out. If you can do it, go out and do it. If it's spring break for you, right? Then they play Yuma later on at 3:30, and then they play CDO Canyon del Oro the next day at 1 p.m. So that tournament over there, I mean,
CDO is one of the top teams in the state
And
right
there
now.
was
So good.
there was ball down in Warren this weekend too, right? Well, like I think like Bisbee, Benson, those guys played down there this past weekend. Warren is, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, guys, isn't it the oldest continuously operating ballpark in the United States?
Yeah, it's incredible. And it looks, I mean, it honestly looks like we should be watching Jim Thorpe playing there. Like, I honestly, when I look there, I see the ghosts.
Right.
We had
I see all-
professional teams play there.
Yeah,
And
like
professional
Jim
should-
Thorpe
league
actually
coming there.
played
We
those.
should air that game and put the what do you call it, the brown looking, the sepia
Yeah.
on the
It's
view when we
I
air
love
it.
that.
It's a great
school.
ballpark. I'm not trying to clown it at all. It's an amazing place to play, and it's a place I would have loved to have played when I was in high school, just to get a chance to say you played on the same field as some legendary players.
Gosh, that's such a great point, man. All right.
All right, so that was brought to us by Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Just like your favorite teams, they believe in performance, preparation, and showing up for their community. So Vista Pros are local, reliable, and professional, and they put the cool in Cool FM Sports. Thanks a lot, Vista Pros.
Excellent, Kevin. Good job.
Very nice.
They keep
Very
us nice and cool.
I like it.
I love it.
Next, we'll get into our Prestige Remodeling local sports news. We had a great opportunity to sit down with the Cochise College men's basketball coaches and have a great conversation as talked about their season, not just such a great individual season, but also some of their legacy and what they've been able to do over the last few years. So
He's
really
a
had a great
Hall of Fame coach. We had a Hall of
Absolutely.
Fame coach in here. I love Coach Carrillo, and I love Coach Dave. Dave Matthews is awesome. He always comes in and has a lot of nice things to say about us, but we love him in return. So thank you.
Yeah, check it out. All right, we got Coach Baker here and the Cool FM sports team with some special guests. We got the coaching staff of the Cochise College men's basketball team celebrating a wonderful season, just coming off of the district championship game last night.
West District, yes.
West District championship game last night. Tough loss last night. We can get into that, but first let's just celebrate and talk about how great this season was, bringing home that regional title. Can you tell us a little bit about it, Coach?
Coach, you want to go first?
So yeah, we were definitely pleased and blessed. Guys work hard. We worked hard and didn't start off real well. You know, especially in our league, we were 0-3, thinking finishing like 12-3 over the last 15 games plus the region tournament. So guys bought in. We made some adjustments to our lineup. As most of you guys have been there, went a little smaller, but helped us get a little bit more, scoring on the court, space the court a little bit, like Coach says. We're able to play in a little bit more space, get some guys going downhill. Had a couple guys made some shots in, but most of all, they bought into what we were trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you don't make it this far by accident. And thank you, Coach Matthews. I'm sorry, I should have introduced you guys. Coach Matthews and then Coach Carrillo here. So Coach Carrillo, you know, he talked about how hard the team worked, even after maybe struggling some in the early season. Did you guys, at what point in the season did you feel like this could be a special season, maybe a championship type season or a championship team?
Well, I mean, you know, we did a good job with our non-conference schedule. We were 9-2 going into our classic right before the semester break at Arizona Western, and we played three good teams that had good seasons in their respective regions. We lost by 1 to Dawson, who won their region, and lost in the district game last night to Indian Hills. We lost by 1. We lost to Northwest Wyoming by 1, and we lost to Monroe out of New Rochelle, New York, who won the East region and is going to the national tournament. We were up 8 with 2 minutes to go, and we let that one slip away. And then, as Coach said, we started out in region 0-3, and we did make some adjustments to our lineup. And, you know, a lot of that credit goes to our on-campus assistant, Coach Buena alum, Derek Lane.
Okay.
You know, him getting in the gym at night extra with our guys and him prepping us. He did a great job with these guys on site. And, but yeah, you know, like Coach said, our point guard, our 2 sophomores really kept fighting the fight. Last year we had a really good group of sophomores and we were a little unbalanced. And we had, due to graduation, we had so many freshmen. And what I like to say, freshmen don't know what they don't know. And and it was a struggle, but our 2 sophomores, Knock Colston and Jace Johnson, fought the fight every day, and we really started to play well going into the region tournament. We did something we never do. We rested our starters going into the last regular season game of the year, and they celebrated the teammates and the 8 guys. DeAndre Hawthorne started and had 16 points.
Yes.
Jose Mendez from Bisbee had 16 points on 10 shots. You know, Yavapai did come in last in our region, in our conference, but I think our starters saw what happens when they played ego-free basketball, and we carried that in, and we went to Eastern and beat a team that has, you know, 2 high, you know, the other center signed with TCU, power forward signed with Oregon State, and we went out and beat them by 14 on their floor. and then we dismantled College of Southern Nevada, and we really played well. And then last night, was probably the best half we played all year against College of Southern Idaho, who probably will be the number 1 seed at the national tournament. And we couldn't get that scoreboard to zeros. We couldn't get it to zeros, and
not fast enough.
They didn't lead until overtime.
Overtime.
They hit a 3. Unfortunately, someone sent me a snapshot of one of their 3s late in the game where a kid's foot was on the line, and we missed it. We didn't have the replay, but it was a great game and a great crowd, and shout out to Cool FM and you guys coming out and supporting us, and we had a nice crowd. The place was jumping, it really was, and it's a great environment.
So, Coach, first off, again, congrats on a great season. For our viewers who maybe not familiar with the accomplishments of your program, can you just go over a bit of your resume and what you guys have accomplished in your years being at Cochise?
Yeah, I was coach at Blaine High School when I moved here from Northridge, California. I was an assistant at Cal State Northridge, Division I school in the Big West, and came out here to Buena, built that new facility, and
92.
I met Coach Matthews at Barnes. That was back when we could still play, and believe it or not, we used to run that gym.
We had some fun.
They didn't like me up there. I made too many shots, but
we had some fun.
Cochise was really down. They were the doormat of the region of the conference, and the job came open. And Bo Hall was the athletic director, hired me, and just we went balls to the wall, and we in 99 2000 we won the conference and the region and went to Hutch, and since then we strung off 5 conference championships in a row from 2019 to 23. Yep. We won it 5 years in a row, and 21, the COVID year, we won the district and went to Hutch. 22, 23 we were arguably one of the top 10 teams in the country, and we got upset by Arizona Western in our region championship game, and Yaxel Landenberg, who was the MVP of the Big Ten, led them to that upset, and the year before we beat them at their place. So, but our region, Region 1 and Region 18, the Utah, Idaho schools play a district game to get the auto bid to the national tournament, where there's 24 teams now. And to play through that region's tough. A couple years ago, we lost to Salt Lake City in a real good game at our place. And then last night, our guys took it to the wire. And to answer, we've had a lot of success with student athletes, moving them on. And like I said, we're up to next year we'll get to 700 wins. And it's been a lot of fun. We have a great network of people that we have a basketball family, and it's been fun, and it's a unique place. People don't understand it's until you get in the stronghold and you get the vibe of all the student athletes supporting each other. Our campus is based on student athletes, men's and women's basketball, baseball. Those guys were awesome last night. We travel with our women's team, and our women's soccer team won their district this year. And so they're all housed, and everybody says, well, what if it's in Sierra Vista? I said, well, we'd kind of lose the vibe of what we got, man.
Absolutely.
It's Camp Cochise, man. So, but it takes a certain kind of student athlete that wants to succeed, down there. And, but like I said, our sophomores were wonderful, and they really pulled these guys over, and we were close to getting there, man. But it's been a great 31-year run. Fortunately, I was inducted into the NJCAA Hall of Fame in 23, and so the fact that all that means is A, I'm getting older, but B, we've had really good players.
That's right.
And it's all about them, and they've done a great job with it. And as Coach Matthews was saying, we had 7 guys on Division I rosters, but not only that, we have 2 guys playing. MJ Clegg from Coolidge, Arizona. He's at St. Martin's, and they're in the NCAA Division II round of 6. Actually, they won. They're in their national tournament. Ben Henderson's at Colorado Mesa in their national tournament. Merrick Small was at St. Francis in Illinois. They're in the NAI national tournament. So, and obviously Oscar Clough will be in the NCAA tournament, and he's playing for a Big Ten championship as we speak.
Right now, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time athletes. You guys play at certainly such a high level of basketball. Like you said, maybe people aren't fully aware just how good junior college basketball is, especially now with so much Division I talent on your roster, and how many players that you guys have been able to recruit over the years and get to that next level is really says a lot about you guys and your program and your ability to recruit and get guys to that next level. You mentioned his name a little bit earlier, Oscar Clough. That's probably the one that's most recent memory for a lot of the followers of Cochise men's basketball in the last year. He's actually playing at Purdue right now, playing in the Big Ten championship. Obviously, they're going to be playing in the Big Dance as well. This is someone who was playing for you just last year. In fact, a couple years ago, and in fact, you were even kind of instrumental in helping them get to that to Purdue. Is that right?
Yeah. So what happened last year? People was Diego Pavia, the quarterback at Vanderbilt, played junior college football at Nimi, and he went to New Mexico State, got in the portal, went to Vanderbilt. He hired a lawyer and had a antitrust suit against the NCAA, saying that, hey, my years at Nimi as a junior college student athlete, I was unable to use my name, image, and likeness and make money.
Right.
So he successfully sued him, and that in turn allowed anyone the previous few years that any student athlete that was a junior college athlete, the NCAA gave a blanket extra year. Mm-hmm. And so we had a really good team, 22, 23, and we had guys, and Oscar went to Washington State out of Cochise, was highly recruited, played in the NCAA tournament that year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His coach, Kyle Smith, got the job at Stanford. Oscar wasn't a Stanford kind of guy. So then, Oscar consulted with me, and I go, Oscar, do you want to chase money right now, or do you want low post touches? And he goes, Coach, I want low post touches. I'll get some NIL money, but I want low post touches. So the first Division I head coach that offered him was Eric Henderson from South Dakota State in the Summit League. Oscar said, I want to go with Coach Hendo. So, he went out there and was first team All-Summit, was second in the nation in double-doubles. The Diego Pavia ruling comes into play. Now my phone's blowing up. Mm-hmm. He wasn't going back. Now he's like, Coach, I want to go somewhere. I want to make money, but I want to go to a real program. So, he didn't want to hire an agent. His dad didn't want him to hire an agent. So myself and Hendo handled it. I was receiving calls from every high major in the country almost. Wow. And, Arizona had Krivas coming back. They didn't want to jump in, but, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Ohio State, Michigan a little bit, and then Purdue. A former assistant of mine coaches high school basketball in West Lafayette, and Purdue. I wanted him to be at a place that obviously, as you know, basketball's changed. Modern basketball doesn't use a post guy sometimes. Right. Purdue, obviously, Zach Edey, and so they use post play, and so we went out. They flew me out, and I met Oscar there, and they recruited him. And Purdue's like basketball heaven. I mean, that's where John, the statue of John,
yeah.
Their football team's second fiddle, and they're straight up basketball. Yeah. So we went out there. They offered him a very nice lump sum of money that he probably could have gotten a little more somewhere else. And Iowa State, we were going to go visit Iowa State next. And then they took a transfer from Virginia. And so Oscar and I were sitting, we were in the bar of the hotel. He's over 21. Dude got a lot of money, and I still had to buy him a beer, man. So, we were just sitting there, Coach, I really like it here. I don't want to go to Texas Tech. What do you think? Oh, you like it here? Then go here. So it's been great for him.
That's awesome.
And a lot of these NIL agents take 20%.
Yeah.
So figure it out. If you're getting $1 million, that's $200,000 for making a couple phone calls. So I mean, that's silly. So he's able to, hopefully he'll be. I've got a lot of agents contacting me now about him getting in, maybe in the second round, maybe getting a dual, what do they call it, two-way contract. Two-way contract.
Yeah.
But he, being Australian, the NBL, which is one of the better pro, the NBL, the pro league in Australia, which we have one of our former players playing, Nathan Sobey, who actually was first team All NBL, and he was an Olympian. 2021, he won a bronze medal. So that's part of our. We've had a good Australian connection, but. And then we have another young man from Perth, Riley Parker, who's at University of Portland, and he had surgery on his foot and had a medical red shirt. But I went out with him to Portland last year, and kind of got as just an old junior college basketball coach, I've kind of seen the landscape, and this is some crazy stuff, and there's a lot of money thrown around.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you brought it up. Let's tap into it. The international connection. What are you guys' strategy, and what are you guys doing to be successful at really, tapping into not just across the U.S., but going and looking for players all over the world? Like, what's been your key point in doing that?
A lot of it's just getting a situation where you trust, some coaches, and I'll be honest with you, you can swing and miss. We've missed. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. And we got to do a better job as we move forward of maybe not relying on international swings and misses. We had a really nice player from Senegal, a really nice student athlete from Senegal, and due to the nature of our political scene, was denied his F1 visa multiple times because of where he's from and the color of his skin. It was a tough scene, man. So, there's some give and take with that too, because some of these African nations, these kids are having a hard time getting their F1 student visa with our situation right now.
Right.
Wow.
So, but with that said, it's all based on your connections. One of our best freshmen, DJ Jones, Devon Jones, he's our first player from Watts. He's the first player from LA. And his high school coach played for a legendary junior college coach, Mike Miller, who was at LA City, who I knew way back from when I coached at Northridge. And so he said, hey, if you're going to junior college, you're going to Cochise. And he's got a great future ahead of him. He really is. So to end all be all, we got to do a better job recruiting, I think, within our region, but it's getting tougher with EYBL basketball, the preps.
Yeah,
some of these cats already have agents.
Yeah,
and I'm a little old to be dealing with agents, but I guess it's the way of the world, man.
Right.
But it shows it's a testament to how much you care about your student athletes for you to be there with them every step of the way through that process and kind of helping them out. That kind of shows a lot about your character and you being more than just a coach. And I would say the same for Coach Matthews over there, who I was saying off the air, this is a guy that's been involved in the basketball community in Sierra Vista for years and years now, from youth league to middle school, high school, every different level. I coach at the high school level, and all our players are very familiar with Dave. He's very familiar with him. You guys have done a great job developing relationships here locally, and I think that's a great thing to do. And at all times, it always seems like you have at least one or two local kids on your roster, and that's just good to see from a high school coach's vantage point when I'm talking to my players and my parents and stuff, and for them to see, like you said, they don't know what they don't know, to see how tough it is to play at that next level, how tough it is to even practice and participate and make it and get through the workouts, for them to see that and be a part of that, to know that this is something that's bigger than them, but it's still something really special, and it's really an elite level of basketball being played here. So when you can combine an elite level of athleticism or sport, combined with the type of character building and relationship building that you guys have, I'd say you're definitely doing a great job there at Cochise.
Well, this guy deserves a ton of credit. I mean, you know, him volunteering his time, and I echo everything he just said. He's deep in the community. He cares. He wants. It's a non-transactional relationship. He wants nothing,
Right.
but to have you know, our guys get happy when they see Coach Matt in the gym, but more importantly, you know, we're trying to develop men, and he's a father, he's a husband. You talk about a role model. You know, he walks in the gym as a role model, and we're just lucky to have him because, you know, these kids come from some wonky environments sometimes,
Right.
and we're all trying to help, and that's our job. But I'm gonna let him speak because we're lucky to have him, man. We really are.
And I'm grateful for Coach because, you know, I don't get to get there all the time. I want to be there. I get a little emotional when he talks about it. But no, I enjoy doing it. You know, Marlon has hoopology. All your kids come to that. Your son came the other day to me. And I just enjoyed helping out as much as I can. Will those kids come to Cochise? I don't know. You know, but at least they're wanting to be in the gym. Hopefully it helps your program.
Right, absolutely.
I enjoy doing it. Marlon enjoys doing it. And it's just what I'm about.
Yeah, it's kind of like just the trickle down effect of your success at Cochise and your coaching staff being a part of the community here, and whether or not they're going to make it to that level or play at that level is irrelevant. It just kind of shows the basketball community and the basketball family that we have here in Cochise County. It's really a good thing, and you guys are kind of leading the way. You're the college team of this county, and it's good to be good.
Yeah.
It is good to be here.
Some of them good problems.
I didn't think the sun was coming up today. So.
I
I didn't think it was coming up, man.
It was definitely a
It's
tough
up,
night.
it's up.
Yeah, we here. So, Coach, you know, with that connection you have to the local community, and then Coach Correa with the stuff you said about how the landscape of just trying to get to play college basketball has changed. If I'm a high school kid that's, you know, I'm a rising junior or so, and I'm looking to play basketball at the next level, what kind of things are you guys looking for a player that would, you know, kind of catch your attention?
I think toughness is one of the main things. We start with mid-August, and here it is. Late August, and here it is
been
March
lockdown, man.
14th.
Right.
Most kids, that's 8-9 months of workouts. High school seasons run November to February, you know, and we need those kind of guys. And it's tough for high school kids early. They don't understand. Coach will send out the summer workouts. What's going to happen? Kids are still don't come in shape. Kids are, we told you it's going to be tough. And kids find out when they get there. So, excuse me, those are the kind of kids we want.
Right.
Tough kids that, that can buy into a program, buy into a culture. He's a tough coach. I've learned so much from him. And I can tell you all of our assistant coaches that come back, Coach Lane, Coach Saha, Coach Myers, we got players that play for us that come back and coach. Or they go on and coach at other levels, and they implement some of the stuff they learned at Cochise. But one of the things they talk about is the toughness that they have on their kids, because that's what we try to instill when we get a student athlete. International, local, Phoenix, anywhere around the country. We just want to make sure we develop some toughness.
I want to thank you for inviting me to come down to the Stronghold thing
Yeah,
earlier.
I told you
You said you got to come down and check it out, and it was everything you said it was and more. And so I can't wait to get back there and not just call some games, but see some games next year too. With both you guys' programming, your women's program is doing the great things down there, coaches as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I could speak on it too. I know as a high school coach, you guys have welcomed me and my teams in to meet with your players, go through the locker room. We've gone to your games before. Always have such a welcoming attitude towards the high school programs and athletes. So that's much appreciated. So, and that's all we have.
I appreciate it, guys.
I appreciate you.
Thank you guys for covering. Our guys get excited and they love it. The hype man, Jeff,
Yeah.
the hype man.
The voice of Arizona.
I'm the hype man.
Yeah.
But our guys love it when they get interviewed, and we got the background screen on the wall. But you guys have been great, and Damn, I'm glad the sun's out today because I didn't think it was.
Yes, and it will come up tomorrow and the next day. You guys will be hitting the recruiting trail and back to winning another championship at some point. So we thank you once again. We got Jerry Carrillo, Coach Jerry Carrillo, Coach Dave Matthews. I'm Coach Baker. That's Coach Lassiter. That's it for today's local sports news.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Going to be some legendary stuff going on with those guys for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't see them stopping anytime soon, and they're going to be bringing in some solid kids, continuing their
always.
success in that program.
Always.
So, brought to you by Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC of Sierra Vista. Prestige has a pioneered and visionary approach that empowers exceptional service, reinvigorating the fundamental principles of customer-centric service. And as a licensed general contractor, including plumbing and electrical, they proudly cater to both commercial and residential needs. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com.
All right, let's see those buzzer beaters. What do we got this week, guys?
We've got Kevin giving us the baseball highlights.
That's right. That's right.
Updates.
All right, so it's all about the World Baseball Classic.
Okay.
But I'm going to wait till I get the signal before we start going.
Okay.
All right, so World Baseball Classic. Surprising news. Japan played Venezuela in a thrilling game in the quarterfinals. Both teams had their leadoff hitters hit massive shots. Acuna hit a 401-foot home run, and then Ohtani followed up with a 427-foot home run. So it was a very exciting game to watch, but Japan falls to Venezuela, and the defending champs are now eliminated from the World Baseball Classic.
Mind blown.
Italy is going to be playing Puerto Rico. Italy is still undefeated in pool play. And the interesting fact about Italy's team, they have 21 United States born players playing on the Italian team. That's crazy, right? All right. Team USA is still in the fight. They're going to be playing tonight at 8. The game is going to be 8 Eastern. It's going to be in Miami, and they're playing against the Dominican Republic, who is also really hot in this tournament. I believe they're another undefeated or one-loss team. So World Baseball Classic, this is the creme de la creme of baseball. This is bigger than the Olympics for baseball. This is the World Cup of baseball. You got to watch these games, guys.
Dude, I totally agree. Those shots, that shot by Ohtani to return on Acuna in that game, it was so exciting. It was so much fun.
I mean, it was. And so now my predicted final is now kind of broken in half because I wanted to see Japan versus the U.S., but now the U.S. could be going against Venezuela. Or
Wow.
that's if the U.S. beats DR tonight.
They got to take care of some business.
Because that's going to be a tough game.
If Italy has 22 players on it that are from U.S. born, then that's USA.
I might have flipped.
team
I
two.
might have transposed. It might be 12. It might be 12
well,
players.
that's most of the team. We'll call that Team USA Part 2. So it could be USA versus USA. It would be kind of cool. All right.
All right. For my buzzer beater, I'm going to be talking about some bracketology. If you guys kind of get that. That's March Madness. We call it that for a reason. It's the season of bracketology where we're going to pick the top 64 teams in college basketball and put them into this tournament. And everybody does a bracket, right?
Yep, we are
At this
all gonna
point,
do it.
everybody does a lot of online brackets. I did some research before this to see it was over 32 million or 35 million people do online brackets, and usually only 1% of them end up being correct by the end, but we're all gonna, I'm sure, put our name in the hat, right? I'm sure we're Cool FM Sports Team. We'll do our little bracket here, but just to give you some quick updates on it for locally, U of A, they took care of business. They won the Big 12 championship, so they get the outright bid into the tournament. Not that it was needed. They're going to be a number 1 seed regardless. Probably most people here are going to be picking them to reach the Final Four. Look out for Duke, another number 1 seed. Michigan was looking like a number 1 seed, but looking like they're getting beat by Purdue in the Big Ten championship. So Purdue's going to be in. Michigan, we'll see where they are in this. There's some sleeper teams I got to throw out there. Houston, if you want to call them a sleeper team, they were in the Final Four last year. But they're on the bubble of either number 1 or a 2 seed.
UConn's always a sleeper for me. I
yeah,
hate
absolutely.
UConn so much.
I'm going to say
fell to
sleeper.
St. John's last night.
Iowa State to me is a sleeper coming out of the Big 12
Or Michigan State.
Cyclones.
And your Blue Bloods. This is a year where the Blue Bloods are going to kind of be back in the mix because you have Kansas is going to be
That's right. Kansas.
right there, and Duke is going to be right there. And then also you have like
Kentucky.
your Michigan States and teams that are going to break people's brackets. So it's going to be a fun one.
And it's official. It's official now. Final score: Purdue Boilermakers 80, Michigan Wolverines 72. So Purdue is the Big Ten champions.
So Clough is Oscar Clough from Cochise.
Yep.
Got a win today.
Yep. So
Not only did he led Purdue in scoring with 21 points, and he led in rebounds with 5 rebounds.
Wow. Shout out to Oscar Clough.
Shout
We
out
just
to
had
Cochise College.
his previous coaching staff here in studio, so that's an exciting time for them as well too. And we even, as you heard in the interview, Coach even talked about him possibly playing in the NBA next year, maybe being a second round draft pick or something like that. So that would be even exciting as well too.
Yeah, a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my buzzer beater, when we're ready to go, I'm going to be talking about the free agency frenzy of the NFL this week. My goodness. Let's talk about the first debacle of Baltimore. We had something come out of the woodworks. So we've never seen something like this happen. Have a man get traded and then not traded.
We were actually giving him kudos last week.
So things are going crazy, like as they said when the soap operas back in the day, like Sancho the Hourglass. Man, it was a soap opera this week. Lots of good team moves. I shout out to the Buccaneers for my team. They picked up some solid people. It's getting crazy. We see Kyler Murray becoming a Viking. It's a lot of things that are moving and shaking. Big one for the John's Chiefs. The
Kenneth Walker
is going to be running the ball and helping out with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Checo actually became a lot.
Yeah, he
got traded. He went to Detroit.
He turned down $1.2 million with the Chiefs and took $600,000 with Detroit.
Hey,
He didn't want to be a Chief anymore.
yeah,
Well, because you got Kenneth Walker, so.
Kenneth Walker. They got a bunch of people. They picked up the guy from the Cardinals from last year. He was a running back, but
You lost your corner, right?
dude, let me start. Go ahead and hit the button.
Y'all gonna say
hit
Super
that-
Bowl MVP leaves town,
Yeah,
right?
well, let's talk about this.
Lit.
So, free agency also
2.0.
means trades. So, the Chiefs traded Trent McDuffie for a whole pile of trades: 1 first rounder, a 4th, a 5th, and a 3rd in the following year. The Rams also picked up Jalen Watson. So, they had 2 top corners. So, the Rams have improved their team a pile. Like you were saying, Trey Hendrickson goes to the Ravens, but in return, the Raiders got back their defensive end, Max Crosby. Malik Willis to the Dolphins. Jalen Phillips gets a huge contract going to the Panthers. Tyler Linderbaum is the highest paid center in the history of the sport, clearly. Kyler goes to the Vikings. Alec Pierce stays with the Colts. Travis Etienne changes his name, pronunciation, goes to the Saints, and now it's Achan. Mike Evans goes to the Niners. That sucks. But,
all right.
Yeah. And then
So
Brian,
that's all right. You weren't sad about losing him?
No,
dude, everybody.
I was wondering if you was gonna say something about it.
he's too prone for
Injury?
all the injuries right now. He's all.
Yeah, he does get injured and miss a game, a couple
Well, he's
games
a
every year.
stud,
But he's
though.
great
He's
though,
got
man.
he is good, but we still have a deep man that is going to do some damage from Ohio State, Ibuka. So
So
Yeah.
NFL free agency question for the panel.
Yeah.
What's the biggest acquisition? We know Baltimore's the most salacious story, but what's the biggest acquisition made or the best player that was acquired by a new team? What do you guys think?
In my opinion, there's 2 of them, and both both are Chiefs. So one is the Chiefs picking up the running back Kenneth Walker, but the Commanders pick up Leo Chenal on a 3-year, $26 million deal, and he is possibly he might be the best linebacker to come into free agency. He only played I want to say 500 downs. So he's kind of with the Chiefs. He was kind of a run defender. But when he goes to the Commanders, they're going to use him as a defensive end. I'm expecting him to be a Pro Bowler, maybe a legit All Pro, and that's the way I felt about him. I was so pissed that the Chiefs lost him. But the Chiefs are going to probably try and draft the top guy in the draft this year, Sonny Styles, who had that crazy
Oh yeah, he's crazy speed.
4.27 speed, 4.27 for a 244 pound linebacker.
If he sticks around, long enough, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And then the Cardinals picked up Tyler Algier. Falcons got Tua Tagovailoa. Buccaneers got Kenneth Gainwell.
You're saying everyone but the big one to me.
So
Who's the Cowboys?
who you got, Dan? Who's the biggest?
Yeah, the Cowboys.
Who's the
The
biggest pickup?
Cowboys didn't get anybody. I don't
biggest pickup?
not them.
Who is it?
To me,
I
it's
thought Hendrickson.
Kyler Murray.
You think
You
so?
think Kyler
Kyler
Murray
Murray.
to the Vikings?
No,
Yeah.
but that's a really good point
Yeah, I
because
mean,
his
like,
contract
he's-
is so small. He
he's-
gets he's a vet minimum.
We're not going to be. It's a prove it year, and I think he will prove it at least enough. To me, out of all the free agents, other than the Matt Crosby one, which he didn't even go,
Right.
So there's no news there. Is Kyler Murray? I mean, you're talking about a starting quarterback and Pro Bowl level, and it's debatable whether we think that he can really reach that level again. But potentially, a Pro Bowl quarterback switching teams is a big deal.
That's a really good point. And
How long ago was he a Pro Bowler?
Well, I mean, the Cardinals, respectfully, I know where I'm at. Respectfully, I think the Cardinals had more problems on winning and losing than just the quarterback situation.
Okay.
I don't think Kyler Murray's been great. I don't think he's, like a top 5 quarterback in the league or nothing. But I think when you look at the 2 quarterbacks that were in the Super Bowl last year.
Yep.
I feel like Kyler Murray could be one of those type of guys because he can make plays that, maybe a lot of other quarterbacks can't make. And get out of jams.
Real fresh offensive line, and
he's got
That's a good point.
strong arm.
Very good point.
He's got all the athletic ability. It's a matter of putting it together.
And Jared said it's a prove it. Sometimes when you put guys in that position, they're going to perform because they know that this is their last
It's
chance.
a 1-year contract.
my pick for
Baker
this-
Mayfield's doing that for you right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think our pick this week someone to watch on the radar, is where Cousins lands. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to be landing up in Phoenix.
Yeah, yep. I said to somebody else, I said Kirk
I
Cousins
didn't
going to be a
even think of
Cardinal.
that.
Because that's you got the offensive coordinator from
Right.
the Rams coming in as the new head
Yeah.
coach. He wants a guy that knows an offense and can pick it up quick, like
So the
Kirk
question
can.
is, Cardinals fans, do you want that? As a Cardinal fan, do you want Kirk
I mean, who else is out there?
As far as quarterback,
Who else is
Aaron
out there?
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers?
There's a few others. I want to say I don't know where I'm
I mean, you either draft a guy and that's an unknown, or
Yeah.
you take somebody can. Because let's be honest, in the right situation, Kirk Cousins could shine. I mean, he does have the ability to make some plays, and he's a smart football player. He's already a pro and knows what he's doing. So in the right situation, I think that could be I think it's a good fit. It's what are they going to build around him to make the team competitive now?
Yeah, I think what the fascination with the NFL a lot of times is potential and like franchise dominance. As fans, we like the thought of having we even have the phrase franchise quarterback. We like to think of, give me a guy that's kind of young, but also proven and he's a stud, and we're going to dub him the franchise quarterback. And Kirk Cousins, for whatever reasons, even when he performs well, he just doesn't have franchise quarterback written on him.
He
or
doesn't
people don't
have
think of that of him that
game
way.
changer. Like he's like a game manager. He doesn't have he doesn't change the math. Like
He's more of a game manager than a.
Remember, you
Playmaker.
can't win Super Bowl rings as a game manager.
You like that.
That's a great point.
You like that. You're that Kirk Cousins.
The,
Right?
the most important thing you can be in the NFL is a game manager. That's the baseline.
Yeah.
Don't make
And-
bad decisions.
Yeah, like once you got that all figured out, the athleticism makes you the star. But being able to
good point, John.
manage the game is like that one thing that you've got to do.
Sam Darnold.
Right, he figured it out.
Yeah.
So I got an answer to my question, and this signing didn't make a lot of a noise right now. I'm a little bit biased because y'all guys know I'm a Ravens fan, but I think that a big acquisition was Patrick Ricard being signed by the New York Giants. And I'll explain why. Patrick Ricard, his nickname is Pancake Pat. He's a 300-pound fullback that has been the hammer of the Ravens run game for probably the past 6-7 seasons.
Yeah.
This guy just destroys linebackers. You think about it. Derrick Henry ran behind him. All of our other running backs, J.K. Dobbins ran behind him. So many guys that were very good running backs ran behind him. And the Ravens, unfortunately, not able to keep him in the stable. And so he's going up, following his old head coach up to the Giants. And I can only imagine, think about the backfield
Patrick
with Pat and Scat.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking, as much as I'm not happy about Harbaugh poaching our guys, that Pat and Scat backfield is going to run through some brick walls next season. And as a guy who loves to see that, I can't wait. I can't wait.
You talk about 3 yards in a cloud of
The
dust.
return of Smash Mouth
Earthquake in a
football in
cloud
New
of
York.
dust. I mean, and Ricard got pretty decent hands. He can catch the ball in the backfield too. So
The New York CTE. There's gonna be a lot of brain bleeds on defenses.
oh man, it's gonna be rough trying to get a hold of Bo Scatterbo when you got to get. I'm sorry, I said Bo. Get a hold through Scatterbo when you're trying to get through 300 pounds of Patrick Ricard first. That's gonna be tough.
Wow.
So I've got to go over this. This should have been said in news, but we've got a schedule for this upcoming week before we get into the next thing. So on Monday we've got Wilcox versus Bisbee in softball. Big game. Now this I think might be the biggest is the tournament Buena versus Douglas in Bisbee at that old ballpark, which is going to be Warren Ballpark. And we said what time it was, and then Bueno versus Pueblo boys baseball on Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, there are sports.
Is that volleyball? Or?
It's volleyball.
It's volleyball.
Volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
That last game is Buena volleyball. Yeah.
Okay, so that Thursday game is Buena volleyball. I needed to get that out there before we move into.
Yeah, our seniors helping senior sports trivia.
Every time to stump the chump.
So if you don't know,
Because I never get nothing right.
so if you don't know how it works, our producer has gotten 3 trivia questions. We'll answer them one by one, and we have a score tracker, which I've repeatedly asked him to take the X's off because we don't need to know how many times we've missed.
Yeah,
Especially since Dennis the only one that made more
Talk about
than
CTE.
he missed. Right.
All right, let's see what this first question is.
what team did the Chicago Bears beat to win Super Bowl 20? This is the best Super Bowl ever.
God.
1 point for what was the 1 point for the closest? What was that? 1 point for the closest spread guess?
I remember the score. I remember the defense that the Bears won it with, but I can't remember who they beat.
Oh, I know who they
Because I was too little. I was like,
Yeah, I don't.
I know I didn't watch
I
that
haven't,
game.
yeah.
I think I just read about it later
Super
on
Bowl
when I
something.
was like in my double-digit year. So
All right. Who
We're going to go down the line.
do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I got they beat the Patriots 24-7. That's
They
my
beat
guess.
the Patriots 56-14, I believe. It was close to that.
Dang, I picked the Dolphins by 10. I was just throwing a guess in there.
I didn't answer the question, but I know that they won with the vaunted 4-6 defense.
They talk about
Buddy
that
Ryan.
defense all
Buddy
the time.
Ryan, that's right.
Let's see what the
Answer is
The New
Patriots
England
all
Patriots.
46-10.
Well, you're closer.
You were
though.
close enough. I would give him that bonus. He was close enough.
That's much better. All right, question number 2. Which team did Michael Jordan beat for his first NBA Finals victory? Oh gosh. I think
I think I know that one. Right?
I think
I
that's
think that's
it.
right.
No. That's an I know who it is. It's Jordan beat Blazers in 92. It was Lakers in 91 is my guess.
It's either one of those two.
It's Lakers first. Blazers.
I don't think
number
it's
two.
Lakers first.
I don't think it was the Lakers. I remember, this is me as a kid, Sega Genesis had a game, the basketball game, and the game would always be named after the two teams that played in the finals. And I want to say Bulls versus Blazers was the name of one of those
I played one of
Sega
those
Genesis
games.
basketball games.
But
It may not be Jordan's first one, though. But I went with Portland.
I'm pretty sure it was Lakers, then Portland. I vaguely remember a story of my dad. My dad was a huge Lakers fan.
I'm a Blazers
And
fan.
when Jordan beat the Blazers, when he got to the finals against the Blazers, he was like, "Yes, even though I'm a Laker fan, Blazers are gonna beat Jordan." And he hated Jordan, so you're probably right, but I'm gonna stick with Lakers. What was the bonus question on that one?
Yeah, what was the bonus on that?
Year.
What was the year?
Oh,
What
shoot.
year was it?
Oh, year was.
Oh, I don't remember.
Let me see.
I don't know.
98. Go 3.
92?
It was the first of the
First of the
six.
three-peat, right?
Nine-
First of the
90.
three-peat.
Because it was 90 to 93, wasn't it? Or 90
Nope.
to...
91.
91, 92, 93 was the three-peat.
92 was the Blazers. 93 was.
All right, Cody, give
All right,
us the
let's see it.
answer.
I got Lakers in 91, but it might be Blazers.
So do I. I got Lakers in 91.
Survey says...
It's Blazers.
The Los Angeles Lakers in 1991.
Yes.
You guys are on it.
Yeah, because the Blazers. I was a Blazers fan, man. So
I remember, I'm telling you, my dad was a Lakers fan. And
Yeah.
He didn't like Jordan. And when Jordan beat the Lakers, he was all mad about it. He's like, it should have been Portland. Even though I'm a Lakers fan, it should have been Portland. And then
Portland
the
was
very
so
next
good.
year, it was Portland. And
Right.
my dad was like, yes, this is who is finally going to beat Jordan. And of course, they didn't.
yeah, Drexler was so
That was the
good.
beginning of the Jordan.
Yes, upright.
Nobody knew how to defend Jordan. I just feel like
Nope.
if you could change the teams sometime, like that Blazers team would beat a ton of other teams.
No, I got it wrong.
I think only me and John got.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got
we-
the and the bonus.
Yeah, they got both. They got both.
All right, what's the next question?
Final one.
Oh, in Major League Baseball, who hit the famous
Oh, come on,
called
man.
shot home run in the World Series?
Wait, that wasn't the World
Closest
Series,
year.
though.
Oh gosh, was it
The only one I can think of is
what year though? 80.
That wasn't in the series, though, was it?
probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was the I think it was the ALCS. Or was it?
I don't know if that was a series.
I'm saying.
I mean, it's probably one of the most famous called shots in the world, but
I
I
just
don't
don't
know
know
if it was
baseball like that. I mean, I know
We all know story behind
Mr.
it.
October, right? Is that
Oh,
I picked Reggie. That's what I picked. Reggie Jackson.
Jackson.
I got Reggie.
dude, I messed that one
I
up.
picked
I
Reggie.
did Kirk Gibson.
I wrote Babe Ruth, but I think it's Mr.
Yeah, I
October.
don't think that was a postseason.
I
game
did
where Babe
Gibson
did.
in '86.
Yeah, I picked Reggie.
Reggie Jackson, Saturday, Mr.
Mr. Yeah.
300
October.
or 3000. Mr. October.
Babe Ruth. That was in the World Series.
Give it to me.
That was in the series.
George Herman Ruth.
Yes. Dennis killing it, man.
You got it.
George Herman Ruth.
Pretty good. All right.
The
The
Babe.
Babe.
So
The
that's
Babe.
the trivia.
I'm like, you can't have a baseball trivia if you don't know. Just say Babe Ruth, dude. It's like, if y'all seen what was the great sports movie? One of the great sports movies of all time, The Sandlot,
Yeah.
where they had all the nicknames for Babe Ruth, the Sultan of SWAT,
Yeah.
The Great Bambino.
Great Bambino.
Yep, the call shot. Game 3 of the 1932 World Series at Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Oh boy, I was so far off.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Google. I
pointed
checked
with the
afterwards.
bat.
Got that one.
Yep.
Classic moment.
Golly.
Well, is everybody good? Are we ready to
Dude.
close it out?
Yeah, let's close it out.
I'm feeling
show.
good.
All right.
Chump got stumped again.
Well, that's it for this week's Cool FM Live Sports Show, brought to you by Seniors Helping Seniors. With other supporting sponsors, Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, and of course, Fyzical Balance Center. These folks are great supporters of not just our show, but all local athletes and families throughout Cochise County. So please check them out, recommend them to your families, and use their services because obviously they support this show, which is in turn in supporting our local sports in Cochise County. So shout out to them. Good show, everybody.
Dude, I'm sweating. I'm feeling
Those brackets. Look forward
Yes.
to
Get your bracket ready. The selection show will be starting here shortly, so everybody can start on their brackets tonight.
So we'll put out a Cool FM post with all 4 of our brackets.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's great.
You have to beat all of us.
We don't want to take on the whole. Some random person's gonna win by just picking who has the best jerseys and stuff.
Oh,
so.
who
You know how it goes.
who are your guys' picks for the championship? Who do you guys think are?
Well, we
got to
see the regions and where they're all
Yeah,
put.
it's
but
a little early to say that.
So
it's early without even seeing the bracket yet.
So
I
here's
can call
mine.
a shot.
Go ahead.
Well, you
always.
you got one too.
Here's
We're
mine
doing the
for-
Great Bambino calling shots.
I
right
love
now.
doing this. Jared and I get way out in it.
So
way out.
here's mine for almost a 30-year drought. And I don't want to say drought because they're always in the tournament, but it's been almost 30 years since they won. And I'd love to see a repeat. I'm calling Wildcats
There you go.
versus Blue Devils.
Dude, I was just gonna say that.
Arizona versus Duke. I'd love to see that.
I'd love to
It would
see
be
that.
It's so fun to see Boozer and all those guys and just be a fun, jam-packed game.
Listen, if
Just-
that happens, I'll be super happy if it happens. And I really need Duke to lose because I'm telling y'all, I am a super duper Duke hater. I hope Duke loses every game they ever played by 30 points.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better because I hate the Ravens. I hate talking about how much I hate the Ravens. I'm a Duke
shots
fan.
fired.
No, my dad went to Duke, so I was like, as a kid, you see me in Duke stuff. I've been to North Carolina, never been to campus, but that is a team I root for. Of course, I root for Arizona and any of the West Coast teams.
You going
but-
Arizona Duke too?
Yeah, definitely,
yeah,
Duke. But I
hey,
think Duke is
We
going to
got a lot of Arizona love here. Hopefully, they
I
can
love
avoid
Arizona.
the upset. Every year one of these
always somebody.
number 2 seed or number
Hey,
1 seed
speaking
is
of
going to
that,
get beat.
guess who is going to the tournament again?
Who?
The team that did the impossible,
Oh,
the 16 that beat the 1. The University of Maryland Baltimore County Retrievers are going back to the tournament.
They're going to
So
take
watch
it
out, number 1 seed.
Who's in their crosshairs this year?
I don't know. We're about to find out with Selection Sunday because it could happen.
Yeah, and there's a play-in game, all that stuff. This is the best time. This is my favorite
Yes.
part.
So great show. Shout out to my family. I got my mother in town from Oklahoma. So love you, Ma. Shout out to all the other families. We got Kevin here, Coach Jared, John. Here's the Cool FM sports team. We got our producers over here on the side, Dan
And
and
Cody.
Cody. Sorry,
Holding
I'm
it
calling
down.
him Dan.
Cut his hair so we keep forgetting his name.
It's all good.
So to everybody in Sierra Vista and all of Cochise County, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time.